Thank you. Good to see that.
All right. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to today's daily meeting. Glad to have each and every one of you on today's call. I'm about to review what we were talking about yesterday to get you going, get you started. For those of us who were here, those of us who weren't able to be on, yesterday was the Quest for You Day 8, but the focus on yesterday was your book, your movie, keynotes, and the tools needed to produce them. And I know our illustrious founder and CEO will be going into more depth of that on today. But yesterday, he showed a video that Greg Cardone did. And what he was saying is if you do not get attention, the conditions in your life will not change. If you do not get attention, the conditions in your life will not change. And then Antonio said, you have mastered life when the voice on the inside of you is louder than whoever that person's voice is. Prophet Jerry came on because he had some questions, wanted to know how to deal with certain things. And it wasn't just Prophet Jerry. It was a lot of us hiding behind him. We had the same question, but luckily, thankfully, Antonio answered that question and helped him as well as a lot of us out. And also he said, when you own your own truth, you don't need to be heard. When you own your own truth, you do not need to be heard. And one of the most important things that he always says, move before you're ready. He was telling Jamal while he was here at one of our shows that we had, the one we had on Saturday. He says, when I get 2% of the information, I move. And that's one of the reasons why he's so successful. You don't have to have all the information to move. Everything does not have to be perfect before you move. You must move before you're ready, because if you don't, people who move before they're ready, they change the world. Okay. Steve Jobs, pretty sure he wasn't ready for, to move in for Apple, and on the things that he did. And now we have Apple today, then Google, all those things, all your heroes, every big thing that we have, I'm pretty sure the people moved before they were ready. And so today, make sure you have your things, your book, your movie, your keynotes. I was listening to Crazy Weird News. Okay. That crazy girl, Queen Renee, she texted me this past weekend. Hey, Grace, guess what? I was like, what's going on? I did the challenge Antonio said. I was like, well, which challenge? Because he did like 2 that day. She said the keynote challenge. I said, you wrote down 100 keynote titles? She said, yep. I said, all right. And I told Antonio, and he said, watch how blessed she'll be. Watch how blessed she's going to be. Okay. So you got to move before you're ready. Okay. Nobody that I've seen take Antonio's challenges have failed. Okay. The first one I saw who took Antonio's challenge was Law. First challenge Antonio said, see, Deanna said it. Okay. The first challenge Antonio said was to go live 30 days on Facebook about one topic. And it can be from 30 minutes to an hour. And Law took the challenge. He said, okay, I'll do it. And he talked about releasing complacency for 30 straight days. And not only did he have 30 videos, he had 30 chapters of a book. Y'all know that book that we keep talking about, CDL? Yeah, that's from that 30-day live Facebook challenge that he did, that he learned from Antonio. And go ahead.
He also got a speaking engagement at one of the colleges in New York. Mm-hmm. And if I remember correctly, the city of New York had him do a complacency training for their employees.
Right. And they awarded him with a plaque, from the city. And so kid from Brooklyn said, you know what, I'm going to do this, And so every time somebody takes on a challenge that Antonio says or does what Antonio says, they win. Hey, look at Melissa. Y'all know that girl, Melissa? Okay. Multi-billion-dollar company. All she did was what Antonio said, hey, this is what you need to do. And she wrote it down and went to work. So, hey, got a lot of stories. Okay. Romy Rome. Okay. He's been around here. One of the longest people that's been around here. He don't like to give Antonio props a lot. He said you got to keep him humble, but he says, hey, when I do what Antonio said to do, it works, and it does. Okay. Me and Deanna, we found that out. We was hard-headed. It's okay. He gonna tell us y'all feel hard, but it's okay. When when we do the things that he said, hey, if I were y'all, I'd do this. And when we do it, we was like, oh, and then we go back and tell him. He's like, look at that. So you're telling me when you do when you do what I ask you to do, it works. And he's like, yeah, we know. It's okay. But seriously, y'all, the challenges that's it, Queen Renee. She said she's just a girl from Africa. So when you just do the challenges, and I know, doubt will creep in, your sabotager will creep in, but get past that. Go give you little you a hug. Okay, like he said, take big you, take source you, go to little you, give that person a hug and say, hey, come on, we're gonna do this together and go get it done. Okay. Now he said, don't tell it, hey, shut the hell up. No, it has to have a voice. Okay. So when it has the voice, you and source you can do it together and get it done. Deanna, you got anything you want to share? I know you weren't here yesterday, but so just based on what you were hearing, I didn't know if you had anything you wanted to say.
Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. So yesterday, okay, again, y'all know me. I am the teacher, but I am not the lecturer type of teacher. So we got to participate. Some of y'all were here yesterday. What are some things that you learned? I will have this awkward silence. I will. That is the teacher in me. We will have this awkward silence until somebody decides they want to talk.
Oh, here we go. Hold
okay.
On. Go ahead, Private.
To not, people are going to accept you for who you are. They will or they won't, but that don't matter to you. You have to grow. And where's my notebook? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go back on mute. Let me get my notebook.
No worries. Okay. While he's getting his notebook real quick, anyone else? What did you learn from yesterday? Some of you that were here, because we have some people on that weren't able to be on the call. Come on and go ahead.
Okay, and I'm getting this notebook too. But also, it comes a time to where we have to finally put things into let things grow legs, okay? Because we've been learning a whole lot of information, but it comes time to when you're finally going to put it in action and do something about it. And for the first time, when you gave that challenge, I really was like, okay. I was just sitting there, and it was funny because I thought, well, I don't know if I can. But before that other part says, I don't know if I can do it, I literally had wrote down like maybe a good 25. And then I said, okay. And then other stuff started to come to my mind. And I said, ooh, that's a keynote. That's a keynote. That's a keynote. And I just started writing it. And before I knew it, I said, baby, I'm at 75. Okay. And then I stopped a little bit. And then I got some other ideas later. But start putting legs on the things that he has told us to do. And you actually find that it's not as difficult, but it does require you to push a little bit. And him talking yesterday, I got another keynote idea, and I said, well, 101. So just putting legs on everything that he has said, because it's actually not something that's unattainable. You just have to push a little bit more. So yeah. Okay, well, hold on. Here's probably
also stop blaming myself. I don't need to be approved. I don't need her approval. To exist is to be perceived. You have mastered your life when the voice is louder than hers. So this is some of the things that we learned on yesterday that really go forth. No matter what, if they like you or they don't like you, the hell with it. Go forth and succeed for what you have to do, because you were chosen for this time. You was chosen for this specific day, this specific season to do what you have to do. Like I said this morning in Crazy Weird News, there's a lot of I know maybe a lot of Renees. I know like maybe 3 or 4 Renees, but there's only one Renee that I really know. That's my queen. That is a blogger that somebody is looking for her. So we can't sit and let people talk us out of our legacy, talk us out of our inheritance. That's it. I'm done.
Watch it. Don't let people talk you out of your legacy. Woo, okay, Mr. Field gave you, praise hand. All right. Okay, D. Yeah, okay. Don't let people talk you out of your, okay. Watch it, Prophet.
That's a sermon.
That is okay. It's a keynote. Anybody want to write that topic down? Y'all better go ahead. Renee for to have 102. All right, now let me go ahead and turn this over to our illustrious founder and CEO. Okay, Renee. Okay, felt it there too. I want to know what his shirt says, what the rest of his shirt says, because I'm curious. Where's my something? But anyway, where's my barrel? Yes, that is your shirt. All right, that's your shirt. Founder and CEO of the ATSJR Companies, all the way from Galveston, G-Town, Texas, the millionaire and billionaire maker, innovator, creator, Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr.
All right, welcome everybody. Thank you so much. I want to try to review first what is it I can do. Oh, nothing. I was actually going to get with you there tomorrow. Deanna, Grace, and Melissa let us meet together today so we can meet with Tyrell sometime today or tomorrow. I have a wonderful thing that I want to do. I mentioned it to you yesterday, Melissa. Yeah, remember yesterday I mentioned it to you? About,
yes, you did.
Yeah. Say how I mentioned it to you, but you get it. Tools is what we're going to focus on today. Grace, what was our topic yesterday? It was long.
It was.
Do this, do that, do that, do this, and do that.
Book, movie keynotes, and the tools needed to produce them. And the one thing you did before we left, you said short films, anything less than a minute. I put that in the chat, but I'll put the focus from yesterday. Anything less than a minute, produce 4 videos a day to be spaced out every 4 hours.
Right. Who did it?
I'm going to take a tiny bit of credit, Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr., because I did write it down, and I did which person that I know who is a great support is going to assist me with is get the hero post going. But I already have my first 4 ready to go. So I'm getting there, baby steps in the crisis of being in a lot of work mode right now. But thank you. I'm getting it. I'm paying attention. And I have the name of my podcast or whatever it is I'm going to do. And it's going to be the Boardroom Chronicles.
Okay. All right, then.
All
I will
right,
give
you.
Okay.
I will go against my traditional meanness and give you 80% credit for that.
No, you don't give me credit. No, don't give me credit. Don't until you start seeing. I'll earn it. I'll earn it.
Fair enough. I'm gonna do you like Dumbledore did Harry Potter. Due to outstanding fiber, bravery, 10 points awarded to Gryffindor for Harry Potter writing down. No, but the mere fact that this is evil work for Adonia. Terrible. It's the devil. And then getting on camera is the devil's devil. And so she's overcoming that. So good job. Good job for you as well. Good job. Ibrahim, we're introducing to us systems and algorithms is what I would rather call what Ibrahim was introduced to us yesterday. That's going to come back up for sure. So that's going to come up early as well. We're going to break this down with videos first. Is that okay, Grace? Actually, we're going to do videos and keynotes at the same time. And keynotes at the same time. And actually, let me change that. Let's do keynotes first. We're going to do keynotes first because the keynotes turn into videos a little easier than videos turn into keynotes. That's what we're going to do. I did take Ibrahim's advice. I took it a day, and I have renamed Vibing to something that doesn't exist nowhere. But and the crazy thing is, I had already did it and didn't realize I did it. I was talking to Melissa yesterday, and just didn't realize that I named it already and didn't realize it. Arlingbrook. It's my life's biggest work. Yeah, see, Grace recognize it. My life's biggest work is Arlingsbrook. Ibrahim helped me write a book that 2 years ago that y'all know nothing about. I haven't released it yet. It is called, the book is called Life Without Money. Y'all don't know anything about it. I've never released it. Yeah, I've never released it. I have my reasons. And I mean, the book is fine. I mean, he did a great job. Don't get it twisted. That has nothing to do with why I haven't released it. I want to do some stuff. But anyway, so Arlen Brook is the name of the social media. About 18 months ago, maybe about 24 months. Grace, when did I start telling y'all, better get your stuff together? Because I'm leaving. Better get your stuff together. When? Because it was more than 18 months ago.
I was going to say, was it 2 years ago?
I feel like it was 2 or 3 for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll say 2 years ago. Yeah, I don't know it.
Did you say it around COVID or before COVID?
It was a little bit before COVID.
Oh, well, because COVID was 2020.
Well, it was a little bit before COVID, for sure. A little bit before COVID, I decided that.
I'm sorry, it was before COVID because you actually sped up your timeline.
I did. So it was a little bit before COVID, and I decided that I would put ATS. I would do a great thing, and I would have ATS. I'm teaching ATS, and I would leave ATS in this glamorous way and not restructure, but do these things for myself in different ways. It's back in the day when you was hearing things about ATS India and stuff. That's way back then when Satish was on camera. This is a while ago. Satish was on camera. And I did. And about 24 months ago, I combined everything into one thing. About 24 months ago, everything into one thing. So I only do one thing. It don't look like that to you. It looks like multiple things, but it is not. And I will explain here in a little bit, but I don't do that. I do one thing. Oh, man. Grace, you made me. Do me a favor, Grace. Put in line up for me mapping out our future. I had something I wanted to do. I need to remember something important.
Last question right quick.
Me that. Yes.
What led to you combining everything all into one thing? Because I know you had a bunch of stuff going at one time. So what led to you make it all one effort?
Well, I actually had a whole meeting about it years ago about how I had to look more like the companies that I'm trying to compete with. I had to look more like Apple, Google, and such. And I was telling Melissa yesterday, and again, it may not look like that to y'all, but it is true. I accidentally built Microsoft more than I built Google. It'll make sense in a little bit, but I accidentally built Microsoft more than I built Google.
I think
go ahead.
I get it more specifically. I'm asking, well, you were successful before, so I mean,
yep.
So why the necessity to make it like Google or like Apple or whatever? What led to that?
Well, yeah. So there's two very concise answers there. The most concise answer is I'm following my own light. It's as irritating as that answer may be. I'm following my own light. I built ATS to take care of a lot of people, a lot of friends, and so I was following my own life. Another answer is irritating, so I'll try to give you a technical one. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's just that our definition of success is different. It's like why do billionaires go to work? As we were discussing that the other day. As like, why do billionaires go to work? Because they could just sit home and eat. And if we go to work, so we have our rent covered, why do people who own their homes go to work? It's just that when you move a level up, you unlock a new level of aspirations and dreams, right? It's like the person who's starving is like, why do people who have food go to work? And then the people who have food are like, why do people who don't have to rent their homes go to work? Because we're going to work to pay rent. And then people who have all their needs covered are like, it doesn't seem like they would go to work. But ultimately, humans are problem solving machines, and then if they have their problem solved, then they are problem seeking machines. So there's always, I mean, Elon Musk, he has everything, he seems to have everything under control, and then he's worried about what will happen to the earth, and now he's like, okay, so I got to solve that problem. The higher up you go, the bigger your worries become. Now, Elon Musk doesn't have to worry about his mortgage, but he has to worry about the mortgage of his planet, as in what happens to the earth, instead of what happens to my home or what happens to the laws in my state.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I was talking about Elon Musk yesterday, and with Tempest, and it was Twitter is her favorite platform, so she's upset right now. I love what's happening to Twitter. Whatever you have contrasting views, it's always a great conversation. Like, it's always a great conversation. Yeah, you're right, Jamal. It was a great answer, but also I do want you to know that it's easier to focus on one thing than it is many. That there's your technical answer. It's easy, and why? Because I needed to be remembered. My customers can only remember two things at one time: Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Trump, Obama. You know, like, if you like Obama or if you like Trump, you're not even thinking about Joe Biden. You're still thinking about Obama and Trump. And if you like Joe Biden, if you like the Democratic Party, then you're just thinking about blue and red. You know what I'm saying? If you are Beyonce, you're thinking about, like, so who would be Beyonce's competition? And I don't
She doesn't have
anything
competition. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. The Beehive.
Good morning, by
quickly.
the way.
Is that?
Yes,
Antonio.
you know who that is.
Beyonce's.
Hey, Tempest!
Antonio, Beyonce's competition is whoever Jay-Z cheated with.
Oh, look, there you go. Yes.
So
now
Rihanna.
oh my God. Okay, we're going to strike that comment from the Yana. Yes, Yana says we will strike that comment from the record. Okay. Adele is what I was going to say. Adele is what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. You can only hold two things in your mind: Facebook, and then what would you say next after Facebook? You would say LinkedIn. You say TikTok, then you say Instagram. Like, we know Facebook owns Instagram, but we don't really think of it that way, because Facebook is trash, Instagram is not. I'm really having a millennial conversation right now, but is this accurate amongst those who are 40?
Yes.
You understand? Okay, good. That being said, so everything goes to Arlenbrook. Good to see you, Sheena. Everything goes to Arlenbrook, and I'm gonna show you. I did this already before, but I'm gonna show you. I updated it this morning. Long time ago, I told you all that I was building a social media app. I forget, it was like, I think this said something like 2017 or something on it. Nah, it wasn't 2017. It was like 2019, 2020 on it at first. And I told you, I had wrote all this stuff down. Here was the colors. Can y'all see this? Can you see it?
Yes.
This is where you take notes. Here's the colors. When I said social media app, but I wanted Facebook, Instagram, podcast, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, Messenger, and Reddit, all a part of it. And I built one. I borrowed a lot of somebody's code, and I built one. I put it up just for a test and had all that. And then here was the colors, and then you have to, if you can just put this in the screen and find out. And then I was like, okay, our social media is gonna have 6 different tabs. Now I'm working with this language real quick. All this is shorthand. 6 different audiences, blah, 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 blah. Right. Monthly subscriptions, services for people, charge monthly. I did all this a long time ago. And Grace, you might even be able to go in your notes real quick, because this title would have been the same thing. Go into your notes and type in like our social media company or ATS India and try to find the date. Do any one of those. This, when I started talking about ATS India, this is when the one company that I wanted to do was Ricasa, is what I did. I had switched everything into Ricasa, and I was going to roll that way, but I changed the name, did some other stuff. Now, all of this makes some sense. What I'm attempting to tell you is, because you're going to have to do this, ladies and gentlemen, is instead of building the big thing, start building these pieces. API means connect anyway. It just means make sure the app on top. I start building all these pieces. All right, Grace, just do a little brief look. Don't worry about it. If you see something that says ATS India, or just do a brief look. Don't make it, because I'm about to drop straight bombshells.
I saw one where it said June of 2020.
Okay, it's about 2020. That's about right. It's about 2020. Okay, it's about 2020. Even Adele knows better. Yes, ma'am. Because the Beehive has spoken. She's
She
so
said it
cybersecurity.
herself. That's not me being shady.
That is true. She did say
She
it.
broke her Grammy because she knew she didn't deserve it, because Lemonade was much better.
She did. You are correct. You are correct. You are correct. My deepest apologies. Beehive has spoken, and you talking about get canceled. Beehive will cancel you. And I ain't talking about politically. You would get cut. Do you understand? Drug out back. Great cancel. All right. So let's process information. First thing I want to do is I want you to copy down this big old list I just gave you. See how prepared I was? With a big old list. Don't even try to read that list out loud right now. And then what I want you to do is I want you to recognize I built these pieces first. And let me show these resources on my screen. Resources. If you ask me, this is going to be the most helpful class, whatever you call it, due to the fact that I'm giving these resources away. So people driving like Sheena and Antoine, y'all going to have to send them notes. Canva, Unsplash, Hero Post. Don't worry about how you use them. That's irrelevant. Just know that these are tools you are eventually going to need for some reason. Maybe not these exact tools. So what is GameyPress? GameyPress, where is it at? GameyPress is a plugin on WordPress that gamifies your website. That's what you need. Gamification. Not GameyPress, gamification. Who can tell me what gamification is?
Antonio.
Yes, sir.
It's basically adding an element of engagement and problem solving alongside some sort of reward, be it just virtual or actual reward, to any given process. So it's, if I write 200 words, I'm going to eat a piece of chocolate. That's gamification of I got to write 200 words.
This is true. This is absolutely true. Who's seen, and you can use it anyway, who uses Audible? Does anybody actually listen to, okay, we got Sheena, we got Deanna Grace. Okay, we got Adonia. Audible gives you badges, don't they?
Yes, they do.
I want you to think about these. These badges have no worth outside of the Audible platform. But in it, it feels good to get them done because I got all of them. I got every last one of them. Sure do. And made sure I was gonna get every last one of them. Shoot, I'm gonna get all these badges. That's gamification. You get rewards for performing in that software company, program, platform, whatever it may be. You need to pay attention. You get a badge for logging in 7 days in a row. Who uses Duolingo to learn another language? It's the #1 language. Okay, there you go. That's the #1 language software. Duolingo is all gamification. It might as well be called gamification to learn an app, to learn a language. It is all gamification. You get gems every time you get something right. So when you get something wrong, you can buy yourself out. I don't know how to explain, but what they did was they teach you a language in like one of the best ways. I pay $250 a year for it just so my whole family can be on it. And one of the best ways, and this whole thing was like playing a video game and you're learning. That's gamification. Why do you think that's important to have gamification in whatever you're building?
Because it's a reward system. And people love rewards, even if they're just badges from Audible, and because even if like we wouldn't have known that you have all the badges and Audibles if you didn't tell us, and you don't care.
Every last one of them,
right? And you don't care because it's you. You care. You don't care if we care about it.
I care when I log into Audible.
Right, you do. That's what I'm saying. So, so that makes everybody else. They're gonna care too when they go to Audible. Now they're going, man, I want to get a badge too. So yeah. Because it's an accomplishment, and that means I'm continuing to move, I'm continuing to go, and if I keep going, I'm going to keep getting rewarded. So yes, gamification.
Right. No, absolutely. So what happens is, like Duolingo will give you, or there's a game I play called Mobile Strike. Well, I used to. I spent I don't know, $15,000 on this damn game. And you can't con me. And this game absolutely conned me. I mean, just incredible. Everything costs $99 on it. And what they do is you get rewards for logging in. It actually, daily login reward is what it's called. And every 24 hours, you would get a reward for logging in, and that reward gave you a competitive advantage. It let you heal some of your troops or kill other troops. It always gave you a competitive advantage. So what was Mobile Strike? You know what? Do me a favor, Deanna, if you can Google Mobile Strike revenue. Just Google it. It might be a couple of years old now because we ought to moved on to Game of War and other games. And it's the same company that builds all these games. And they just look differently now. They name them the same game over and over, and they just name them differently, and they do the same thing. But I want y'all to see how much money. Let's see. Mobile Strike revenue was at $1 billion. It initially released in 2015. And then let's see. Scroll down real quick. Deanna, I want to know, they was making. Okay, yeah, let's do this blog real quick. Let's do this. No, the one you right there. This stupid video game that is free. And I bet y'all remember the commercial because it had Arnold Schwarzenegger on it.
Yep.
This stupid video game went to $1.3 billion, and this ain't got nothing to do with net worth. Cash. It was free with a bunch of in-game apps. Free. Mobile Strike, Game of War, same game. Game of War is set like 1500 Grace. Mobile Strike is set in modern day time. You can stop right there, Deanna. These guys were making $400 million a day.
So it was the in-app. Well, was part of it the in-app purchases?
It's all in-app purchases.
Okay.
You download the game for free, and you can play the game for free. You never had to buy anything. However, when you wanted to win, they had these things that they did, and I've kind of developed a lot of ATS behind it. You just don't know it. They had these chats. So what would happen is, the whole world was playing the game. So you would get addicted to the chat. There was a global chat, then you had an alliance chat, then you had a private chat you could set up. It was the alliance chat, and you can only have 100 people in the alliance. I sure hope y'all taking notes, because I'm making all this make sense. It's gonna make a little bit more sense, but I sure hope y'all taking notes. You had an alliance chat, and you had 100 people. So now you got 100 people from different countries falling in love with each other, and this became your social media. You can ask Tempest. I played this game so much, people thought I was mad at them because I wasn't talking to them. I wasn't talking to them no more. It had nothing to do with that. My phone was on mobile strike, and I couldn't help it. I was addicted. And in order to get a competitive advantage, you had to buy things in-app. But you didn't have to, Grace. You can go farm for what you wanted. The problem with that is, Grace, they had it mathematically timed. For sure you can farm, and it would take you 276 days. Farm means you just go across the board and gather these resources. But you can die, because I can hit you on these resources too. It'll take you 276 days. Or you could pay $99 and get this huge, what we call stack pack, and it had 1,276 day speed ups in it, plus 500 day speed ups, 1,000 day speed ups. And you were like, well, I got to do this. And why? Why did you have to do this in this fake world? Because the alliance chat had 100 people, and the global chat had something like maybe it was 10,000 people per server, something like that. It was 10,000 people per server. So it was very competitive, and you had to be number one, or you had to be the number one alliance, which is always hard. And if you couldn't be the number one alliance, you need to be in the number one competitor alliance. And if you couldn't do that, then you need to be in the number one rule breaker alliance. And if you couldn't do that, then you need to be in the number one foreman alliance. And if you couldn't do that, and what happened is they had all these different personalities of people who just join the game just to chat, people who join the game just to break the rule, all sorts of stuff. And it was sitting right there because it was powered by chat, and it was 100% gamification. And you go, Antonio, I don't know. $1.3 billion for a free game, and I kid you not, this game is not fancy. I'm going to show you the gameplay. And I want you to look at this gameplay, and I want you to understand we were hoodwinked, bamboozled. Mobile strike gameplay. Looks nothing like the commercials. We were hoodwinked, bamboozled. You hear me, Grace? Watch this. I'm going to put it when you put on style. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it, Grace. Look at it.
Brilliant, like you said before. I think it's really like, there's no way it's 1.4 trillion attack. That's just silly. That's not even possible, dude.
That's the game, yeah. This is the outer world view. So when you attacked, it literally marched across the screen like a 1989 video game. Like, what's West? Go West? Oregon Trail. Like Oregon Trail.
That Oregon Trail.
And y'all don't. And look, this is what you saw. The alliance is currently full, so you couldn't get in there. And then here was your little stat sheet. Here's your
I
little
think
stat
the
sheet.
rally set no.
So that's the little rally, blah, blah, blah. This is the game. There's no graphics. That's just dead troops. There's no graphics. Look, hold on. Let me help y'all out one more time. I don't want y'all not to pay attention. I don't want you to think that this is the game, Grace. See, I don't want you to think.
Man, fuck, I'm seeing traps too, man. I don't even care. But
this is the game. Watch.
But I gotta feel your rat. Who the fuck?
Watch. I know. It was addictive. This is serious. Like your blood was boiled.
But I gotta feel your rat. Who the fuck is you rallying anyway, dude?
See?
Flo,
got the rallies and stuff. You don't even know nothing about it. Look, this is the game.
Oh my God,
right here.
Man. Why, and
man? When you heard those
when
noises,
we got this perfect target, man, I'm gonna feel his rally though, but man, I'm just gonna do it just because.
That little game. The worst graphics on planet Earth. $1.3 billion. You're not totally paying attention to me. And all they did was they got like 12 different versions of this game, Phil. They got 12 different versions of this game. They got an older version, they got a ninja version. They got 12 different versions of this game. And I'm telling y'all right now, and to me, that this made $1.3 billion, and that don't make no doggone sense. And they did that 12 different times. Right now, Fortnite is getting sued for being too addictive. Why? Because Fortnite is free and it's full of gamification. What would happen if Facebook start adding gamification as you post quality posts and as you don't break the rules and you lose posts, if you lose money, you lose gamification for sharing news feeds that are not real, like fake news. What would happen if Facebook created gamification in a post to the point where every time you did Facebook right and engaged in what they wanted you to engage, they gave you 10 cents, 5 cents for an ad? So you can reach more of your audience. I just fixed Facebook that fast. I literally just fixed Facebook that fast. Somebody send it to Mark Zuckerberg. He owed me money. Let's fix Facebook that fast. Because now people will be incentivized for using the platform right. It will be the only platform doing it. And here's the deal. And I'll be trying to tell people, and you may think this is weird, but I just watched Elon Musk do it with Twitter by taking Twitter Blue to $8.99. That's gamification. If you go look at Twitter Blue, and I'm not telling you this is right, I'm not telling you it's wrong, I'm telling you what he did. Well, he said, look, y'all want to be verified anyway. I got different verification for you, but if you get this $8.99, you're going to get NFT image profile. You're going to get news first. Like he put it to where paying gives you a competitive advantage, and you rank higher in the search. Like your post reaches more people because you've paid. And as much as you may think, as much as you may hear the pundits screaming, and this is why. Can you hear me, Grace?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm glad I saw my internet was weak this morning too. I have no idea why. I ain't got all 5 bars. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. This is why when you look at what Elon Musk is doing, if you pay more, you ought to get more. If you do right, you ought to get right, and all this stuff like this. So y'all need to add a series of these elements into your thing that you are building. Period. There is no other discussion. I am sorry that you may think something otherwise. The mere fact that if I have a chance to be better than you, I like it. Now, who among you is going to admit that's going to always be true on this planet?
Yes.
see how many real people we got out here.
Absolutely. And so much so, Antonio, you gave me a brilliant idea in that last 5 minutes. So you know what? I was gonna say a bad word, but I won't. Screw the camera. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
There you go. There you go. Gamification. I just gave y'all Grace, repost all them resources. I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna go through all these resources, and I'm gonna lead this meeting. Grace, see if I can come back in.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Well, I don't want to lead the meeting. I want to crash the app. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. See if you can still hear me. Wrench around and wrench it off.
Yes,
Anyway,
I can still hear you.
I'll let it. Okay, yeah, I'll let it tell it reconnect. Your idea here should be to repost some resources for me, Grace. I need to build with these certain tools. Remember, I said keynotes, this, and that, and the tools to get it done. Remember, I said that. Okay, network connection failed. Good. So let me back in then, damn it. It got a little strong now, Grace. I got my full bars now. I got my full bars now. Yeah. Oh, I ain't back in yet because they be out here tripping in these streets. But don't worry about that. We gonna make it work. But I had my iMac had like 2 bars on it on the Wi-Fi energy, and now it's got all of them. So maybe Roadrunner was out there tripping. What's the name of this
Not
thing?
Roadrunner. Oh my God! Wow.
Girl, you was born in 2000. You remember?
You went back.
You was alive in 2000.
Yes.
Yeah, you was alive in 2000. But Grace, I'm gonna call up these resources real quick, and let me tell you why Canva, so you don't have to pay people to do graphics. Grace, make sure they wrench around and wrench this off, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Renee is shaking her head. Yes, so she's listening.
Okay, so you don't have to pay people to do graphics. That doesn't mean don't pay people to do graphics. I do logos and got a friend of mine, and I pay to do logos all the time. I didn't say don't pay people to do graphics. I said so you don't have to. There's a difference in have to. Unsplash, so your graphics look better. Hero post, so you can post 64 times a day or more. Discord or something like it, so you can sort your audience. Let me put more words in that, Grace. So you can sort your audience from followers to engagers. Line app or anything like Line app, because Discord is like Line app. So you can create VIP followers or fans, however you want to say that. Zoom is common sense, but you can put webinars, something, whatever you want to put, Grace. Hey, Grace, give me a sound check, because I don't know what the hell going on.
Yes, I hear you. I was taking notes.
All right, good. Yeah, it's not letting me back in for some reason. Logic Pro, because your audio sucks. You need to clean it up. Now, does it have to be Logic Pro, Grace? Does it?
No.
No. Something like it. Red Circle. Do you have to have Red Circle or a podcasting platform, Grace?
A podcasting platform.
Absolutely. Makes sense. Advertise cast. What does that mean, Grace? It means you might as well get paid to run your mouth. You're running it anyway. Adonia is going to say over 1 million words before noon and not get paid for it. Well, she get paid her salary, but she could freeze those words in time and get paid $200 an episode, couldn't she, Grace?
She sure can.
It makes sense. I'm just restart the whole computer.
I'm sorry,
Go
I'm
ahead,
talking too much, but guess
Adonai.
what? You just gave me another idea. I have so many conversations in the 2 hours that I walk in the door. I'm not even out the car yet. Those going to be part of my chronicles. I just have to change the names to protect the innocent. But you just gave a lot of meat to work with, a lot.
That's it. That's it. And you just go on, just start. I would record all day, Adalia. You should. Your problem should be battery power. Like, if I gotta pick a struggle, I'm gonna pick the struggle of battery power over the struggle of y'all getting on my nerves. I'm gonna pick one. That's why I thank God for Tempest. Tempest coached me all year. Stop letting these folks get on your nerves. Stop letting these folks get on your nerves. Stop letting these folks get on your nerves. I was like, fine, you sure right. Absolutely. Yeah, I gotta. You better do it, Grace. You better do it. All right, Grace, give me the next resource. I had to restart my computer.
ConvertKit.
Oh, yeah, because if you're not emailing, if you don't have an email marketing anything, campaign or something, you're just not in business. You're just not in business. If you don't have email marketing something, you're not in business. Like Ibrahim's focused on Instagram. If as he grows, well, he told y'all what he's going to do. He's telling you that right now he understands that his audience is not his audience, it's Instagram's audience. So he's building Instagram's audience. But as soon as he gets to 10,000, he's going to take Instagram's audience to both YouTube and his audience. He said that yesterday. He said it in plain English. He just didn't say it that way, but it was in plain English.
Oh, Antonio, there will be an email exclusive newsletter. So a cartoon a day on email only. So that's going to be the incentive to join my email list.
Absolutely. So now he's taking, because remember, as long as he's on Instagram, that's Mark Zuckerberg's audience. That's not his audience. It doesn't matter how many. I got 2 million followers. No, you don't. Nope. You got 2 million followers because that's what Mark Zuckerberg named them. But you got 2 million of somebody else's property that you're renting. Let me break this out even further, Grace. If you think you got 2 million followers and you doing well, the mere fact that you got to pay to reach all those followers tell you them ain't your followers. Did I make that make sense, Grace?
Yes, a lot.
If they're yours, you ought to be you ought to get 100% organic reach. I feel like I'm making sense, Grace. I mean, I'm trying to make a little sense of it.
Antoine's about to say something.
Go ahead. Yeah. You got to tell me.
I was just gonna say hallelujah. And, I mean, if you can't communicate to all of them when you want to, and you got to pay for it, it ain't yours.
I ain't yours.
You've been hoodwinked.
Bamboozled. Yes, absolutely. So Ibrahim understood yesterday that converting that audience into his audience made more sense. You understand me, Grace? It just made more sense. Yes. But he had what you call a KPI, key performance indicator, which is 10,000. That's his KPI. He has a key performance indicator, which is 10,000. And as that key performance indicator, as it is reached, he will then begin to transform that audience. He'll begin to transform that audience into his audience. Coolish? Cool? I had to do some serious left brain multitasking, Grace, just to get back up in here. I had to talk, stay on subject, and somehow come back. It was difficult.
I don't know how you did it because I can't talk and drive at the same time. It's okay. We'll be lost.
Fair enough. Now, of course, there's a male chauvinist pig out there that just said women can't drive at all. If I was writing this book, I would have had him say that just so you can cuss him out, because that makes a good dialogue. But don't worry about it, though. I'm gonna just keep going. All right, I'm gonna just keep going. ClickFunnels is just, you need a sales process. So that's why I got that there. Eco web hosting, you should probably have your own ability to host stuff on your own domains, on your own hosting thing. You don't have to do, I'm building something big, Antonio. I need the security. I understand. I'm just, in this case, I'm talking about test things then. Things that you can test around the block. So you can test up, because that's what I have done with y'all this whole time. Stripe is a payment processor. Don't matter which one you do. Square is another payment processor. It's just one that allows you to take money in person should you have the ability to do so. PayPal is another payment processor, which I really don't like PayPal or Square, to be honest with you. Thrive Themes is a plugin that allows you to code without coding. Another one of the Thrive Themes would be Elementor. Envato is a marketplace full of websites. All the stuff you go to Fiverr for, say, hey, I want you to, can you build me a commercial? Can you build me an animation thing? Can you build this? Can you do this? Can you do that? That is, Envato has all that stuff there. It's, Grace, go to Envato. It's going to be hard to explain.
Hey, Antonio, with that,
yes, sir.
I see, because I went to it before, is how I wouldn't know how to plug it into the host with EcoHost. That was the issue that I was having.
But no, fair enough. It'll be a little bit too long for me to explain here, but everything that I have said so far, you can go to YouTube and put the name and then put tutorial, and it'll show you right there for sure. To answer your question, yeah, right there, Grace. To answer your question, hold on, Grace, don't move. Don't even move the mouse. Hold on. To answer your question, EcoHost gives you a lot more power than what I've seen out there, and they don't charge for as much. And we can walk you through it off this platform, sometime, next 48 hours. Scroll down, Grace. What do you get? Unlimited creative. You get access to a bunch of stuff with a bunch of people like me that made royalty-free graphic templates, stock videos, royalty-free music, web templates. Keep scrolling down, Grace. Okay, Kim. All right, we get to. I guess somebody else get to have you. Shame on them, taking you away from us. Shame on them. All right, keep going down, Grace. All right, keep going down. All these people use them. Let's see. Go to products real quick, Grace. Top left. There you go. So, Antonio, what can I use this for? YouTube, anything. What can I do? I could do all of it. They got place it, all that stuff. I can make strong videos, all sorts. Okay, Janice, all sorts of stuff I can do. Okay, you can stop right there, Grace. Each of these tools are important and relevant for you. I already told you about Gaming Press, Elementor, Placeit, Master Studies, Studio LMS. That's just an LMS. You can get any type of LMS. I forget what Bubble is for, to be honest with you. StreamYard is obvious. Shopify's e-commerce, WooCommerce. Coaching Finance is a if you go type Coach Financing in your Google, it's an American company that allows you to get all your money, but then puts your customer on a payment plan. And while you get paid, the customer now uses their credit, and so if you got a $5,000 product, you can put them on, they can pay monthly for it. That's Coach Financing. That is valuable for some of you people who need to do that. Webinar Kit is just having a fantastic system of webinars. SendGrid is text messages, Twilio, things like that. Paid Membership Pros is to be able to charge monthly memberships at different tiers. Adobe Creative Cloud is everything on the planet. Riverside is a higher quality version of Zoom. Doodly allows you to create whiteboard animations. Epidemic Sound, as long as you have a monthly subscription, you can get unlimited music behind everything that you do without getting a copyright claim on YouTube. The PLR store is how you can have books that you did not write. Fiverr is how you can get a bunch of Ibrahim and Antonio's will do the work for you. QuickBooks is exactly what you think that is. It's a blessing. And then .com Secrets teaches you how to do this stuff over the internet. I have exercised the demons. That was a lot. Now, how is all this playing into place? Well, Grace, for the rest of this call, I'm going to, I'm going to see. Antoine, I'm going to give it up to Antoine. Tell me what you want me to do for the rest of the call with no information. And then I'll tell you what I was going to say. We're going to see. What would you like for the rest of this call? In a perfect world.
I would like to see that played out, how those tools play out in one focus.
Okay. Well, I got lucky then because I'm doing that, but you kind of helped me out a little bit. I was going to say I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. Remember, I opened up the call with I'm really doing one thing. I built the pieces, so I was going to come back to my original. I'm going to tell you how I'm doing the one thing, but now what I would do is I would tell you how I'm doing the one thing and apply these tools in place. Even if I'm not using those tools, I'll tell you how I would use those tools if I'm gonna do so. So good, you made my stuff better. Deanna, if you can go ahead and do that if you have to. Just come right back. I'm not sure when you sent that message because I've been in the dark. So I'm not sure.
Oh, no worries, I'm done.
Oh, okay, good. All right. How do we? Here's the first thing I did. Let's do this first. Oh man, I don't have stuff open no more because I had to restart my computer. But hold on, y'all need to give me a few minutes of awkwardness. I forgot I restarted my computer. I had a bunch of stuff open, and now it's not because I restarted my computer. Give me not a bunch of minutes. I just need one good solid minute of getting this back together. I don't be able to see that, so I'll put it differently. Bam. I will do.
While we're restarting the computer, to help
Yes.
me do my job correctly, anyone on this call that has an IMDb, please let me know.
Yes, please. If you have an IMDb, because she is multitasking and getting stuff done, I tell you. I do appreciate it. Because every time she do something, my email go off. Every time they are efficient. If
You're gonna want to turn off your notifications.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Keep up the good work.
What is that?
You actually Internet Movie Database is what it stands for, but it's the standard of actors and producers. You've seen it before. It's that big yellow thingy. So when you go, I'll show you. It's the standard of Hollywood. Not just Hollywood.
If you have a podcast, you should be IMDb.
Yes, and I need to send you all the podcasts too. But this here, you see the actors, you can see who's, all that stuff. They even got their own streaming service now. I don't know if y'all know that. It's actually got some of like a lot of the shows I'll be trying to get, like Fringe is on there. But anyway, here is the logo for All Brew. Oh, sorry. Bam. There's a logo for All Brew.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Now this serves two different pieces. Sometimes you'll see it with just the words. Sometimes you'll see it with just this logo. I would show you that, but it's going to be. I don't think you're going to. I don't know if your brain is going to be able to process the. It's in PNG. So I'm not sure if your brain's going to be able to process this. It doesn't look as pretty as it anymore because you can't. your brain doesn't really process this gray well. This dark space means it's transparent. So your brain don't really process that. So I've done this long enough, Grace, to know better. You understand? I've done this long enough to know better. Why? I've been building all of it for a long time. Just to show you how long. Adonia, look at this. This is a whole PowerPoint.
Oh wow.
Of all that, bro. Y'all don't even know you don't know nothing about it. You don't even know I got it. Resource-based economy. All here. It's all here. I got a whole presentation on this. I told y'all once, months ago, almost a year ago. I can go down to page 20. It tell you. It's a whole presentation of why building a resource-based economy is important. And how we and Arlenbrook are building a resource-based economy. So I've been doing this for a long time. It's just the stuff that I do behind the scenes that I haven't told anybody. So when Ibrahim said change the name, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And I thought about it all week, and I was like, man, I know I'm getting close. And then I thought about it, and then after, and I had to remember my real vision. I am a big fan of the book Ready Player 1 and 2. There's two of them. Ready Player 1 and Ready Player 2. Y'all familiar with that? They came up with a movie, Ready Player 1. All right. And there's Gregarious Studios. Remember, sometimes y'all hear me tell you draw inspiration from everywhere. You hear me tell you that all the time. Draw inspiration from everywhere. Draw inspiration from everywhere. When Gregarious Studios, and the book is set into 2055. And in 2055, the world looks a lot differently than what it looks today, because it will. And there's only one video game. There's no more video games. There's no more Apple. There's no more Microsoft. No more Sony. It's just Gregarious Studios, the Oasis. And it's what you think the metaverse will. Well, it's what we hope the metaverse to be, to where we are actually in the video game. And I'm going to show you, because you're going to miss every single thing that I'm going to say after that if I don't show this to you. Ready Player 1 Oasis. You're going to miss every single thing that I could possibly tell you if I do not give this to you. All right, here we go. So I think I'm gonna do it in a little sharper video, Grace. Give me a second. If you do not, so here's the punchline. Is it don't you still here? Okay, here's the punchline. The punchline is, I set out years ago to build the Oasis. Now, they just started calling it Metaverse last year. It wasn't called Metaverse. I've been telling y'all that we're going to build this virtual reality. Is all we was calling it. All right, we're going to build a city, and then we're going to build a city online virtual reality. And I've been doing this since 2019, but I got serious about it in 2020. That's why I told everybody, better get your shit together, because I did. I really did. Grace, am I lying? Deanna, am I lying?
No, you're not lying.
I'm not doing this ATS stuff longer. They're telling you what it is, not blah, 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 blah. So in order for you to fully understand what I'm attempting to pass on to you, I need you to get the world of the Oasis. And I want you to see the future the way I see the future. And thank Antoine for this, because I'm going to tell you how to do these tools as well. So I have to thank Antoine. If you see the future the way I see the future in this manner. I see that there will be no video games as you think of them. There will be there will only be one thing, the Oasis or the metaverse. There will be different jump-off platforms to get into there. Microsoft will have its version, its channels to it. Sony will have it. And at the beginning, you're going to have different separate metaverses because capitalism. You're going to have Sony And with Sony exclusives, then you're going to have Microsoft and Microsoft exclusives and stuff. And you may think I'm talking crazy, but I can prove it to you right now how this has already happened. Right now, if you play any video game, almost every video game now, especially when they take it to MMO, massive multiplayer online. So any game that becomes an MMO, they all have what you call NFTs. Yeah, I didn't know they were called NFTs. This NFT language y'all just learning, and this metaverse language y'all just learning. So you didn't know that this is what this was called. But it is. But no, it is now because we call it that. Before, you just called it gear or swag or something. And you go in Fortnite, and this is, I cannot stress to you enough how important this is. You go in Fortnite and you buy for $45 a bunch of gear that makes you look cool on the game. Adonia, it gives you absolutely zero competitive advantage. We call them skins. This is what you go to Minecraft. I dare you to ask Deanna if Roblox ain't trying to take her son money.
Every day. Mommy, I need to get this shirt so I can look cool. Mommy, I need to get these wings. Mommy, I need to get this.
I need y'all to get that Robux from Roblox is buying gear in a digital world that don't exist, that makes you look cool in the physical world, and makes you say the clothes I have on in real life are trash.
Son, I bought my nephew a damn card so he can buy some stuff on it last Christmas. $25.
$25. I need you to get. Mommy, I'm wearing clothes, but F these clothes, mommy. I need my avatar to have on my real clothes. This is gonna be so hard for you older folk to grasp. Not because you can't hear it and think it, because you're stubborn. And I need you not to be stubborn right now. I need you to get that we are buying gear in these games that give us no competitive advantage, because secretly in our minds, without us knowing it, that's the real us, not us. You're not paying attention. You're just genuinely not paying attention. We're dressing up our avatar because the avatar has become the real us. And we're doing that right now at the end of 2022. And we're doing it while looking at a screen and knowing it's a TV screen, but our brain has mentally said, when I come here, I'm going to build my camp better than the house I have in the real world. And I'm telling you that we're doing this right now, and it's going to change about 25 years from now, because what's going to happen in those years, when we buy stuff that only works in that game, we're going to build this big world to where I can now take my Fortnite clothes and go on the NBA 2K basketball court with it. Antonio, I don't get it. I understand. Let me try to catch you up.
James Halliday saw the future, and then he built it. He gave us a place to go, a place called the Oasis. This is the Oasis. It's a place where the limits of reality are your own imagination. You can do anything. Go anywhere. Like the vacation planet. Surf a 50-foot monster wave in Hawaii. You can ski down the pyramids. You can climb Mount Everest with Batman. Check out this place. It's a casino the size of a planet. You can lose your money there. You can get married. You can get divorced. You can go in there. People come to the Oasis for all the things they can do, but they stay because of all the things they can be. Tall, beautiful, scary, a different sex, a different species, live action, cartoon. It's all your call. Yeah, that's me. Well, that's my avatar. At least until I feel like changing. Except for eating, sleeping, and bathroom breaks, whatever people want to do, they do it in the Oasis. And since everyone is here, this is where we meet each other. It's where we make friends. Locate H.
Locating H. H located. Sector 12. Planet Doom.
Planet Doom. The most dangerous place in the Oasis. And a pretty great place to pick up a coin. Figures H would be there. H is my best friend in the Oasis. He's my best friend, period. Even though I've never actually met him in the real world. What's up, H?
Hey, what up, Z?
Next race is in 20 minutes and I can't do the late one. What the hell are you up to?
Man, getting my kills on, bro.
Is that Daito?
Daito and Show.
Is this an artifact hunt?
Yup. Gregarious 120.
Turn into any giant robot for 2 minutes. That's rad. Artifacts. Those were key. Halliday made sure the Oasis was littered with enough randomly powerful stuff that anyone could win if they had the skills. Death matches and artifact hunts are a good way to coin snatch, but depending on your level of armor, they're risky. You see, everyone starts the same, but the more coin you make, the more you level up. If you get killed, your avatar can come back to life, but you lose all your stuff. Everything you've ever worked for. All your money. Your clothes. Your weapons. Since people spend most of their time in the Oasis, losing your shit means, well, losing your shit. H, 10 minutes till the race starts.
Hey, Mama, hurt you.
All right.
That man almost jumped out the window. Wait a minute.
Powerful.
Oh, God.
You can think we don't live in this time right now all you want to. We live there now.
Yep.
We live there now. I'm on Fallout, I'm ranked 1019 or something. And the average rank is probably 36. And I've been playing since beta, so that's 2018. I've been playing this one game since 2018. It's my main game. That is 4 years of my life. I've played this game and I've ranked up, and I'm one of the most powerful people on the game. I am extremely well known, and I log in invisible because I'm extremely well known. And as soon as I log in, everybody else jumps on my server. It's to asking for stuff. And my game kept messing up. It kept messing up. And I had to delete my game. And I nearly died in real life. The last 4 years of my life, I had to delete my game and reinstall it. And I was like, oh my God, I am dead. And I went and talked to my boys. I was like, hey, y'all stuff messing up in there? Nope. Shit. You know, bad now. Yeah, that's that. Luckily for me, I had to. Well, I deleted the game, and then when I got my PS5, I was like, man, shoot, I'm about to have to lose all my stuff. But PlayStation is like, no, you don't. We got all that. That's why they separate your save data from the game data. So luckily for me, when I went back through my 80 gig download, because that's how big the game is, all my save data was still saved. The problem was I thought something was wrong with my PlayStation, and the solution online said, master reset your PlayStation. So I chose to take a risk, and I said, well, let me just delete the game first. If I master resetted my PlayStation, Antoine, I'd be level 0 right now. I'm a grown, responsible, level-headed man and was about to jump out the window after speaking Korean or whatever. I knew what language he was speaking, but whatever it is, I was about to do it. It's happening now. It is happening right now. Right now. As we speak, I am telling y'all that people are spending time in a fake world, dressing up their fake characters, applying the law of attraction to their real life. I said what I said.
And they're making a lot of money doing it.
Making a lot of money doing it.
Getting addicted to dopamine addiction.
Absolutely. 100%.
Are they jumping out of windows in real life?
Yeah. If you look up, first off, esports is now the number one industry in the world. Number one industry in the world. Esports. And you have a better chance being a millionaire in esports or YouTube than you do in professional sports. They've built big arenas just for esports. And I know you saying this don't make no sense. Antonio, this is Antonio telling Antonio, it don't make no sense. You young folk need to stop. But y'all do it too. You do it too. Because you get on Facebook and you only show your highlights. The mere fact that you won't produce content if you're not perfect, you're hook, line, and sinker too. I can't do no content because I'm not perfect. What you're saying is you've created an avatar online that can never get online without your makeup being done. That's what you're saying. The avatar just happens to look exactly like you, but it's this dolled up version of you. So what I've done is I've been building all in Brook. And I'm going to tell you top secret information. I've been building the game, 160 worlds, and each world is a large, massive game. 160 worlds, and each world has its own thing to it. That's 160 timelines, 160 storylines with multiple side quests, all sorts of stuff. Because I want like an 80s themed world. And then I want you to go to one of my servers, Grace, and it's all about Punky Brewster. And if you don't have Punky Brewster trivia knowledge, you can't succeed in that world. He said, that's stupid, Antonio. But then I got one. If you go to another world, then it's all about my 3 sons, or my 3 dads, whatever it's called, I can't remember. And Mork and Mindy, and this whole world, all this trivia stuff. Just why? Because Phil hit it nail on the head. Dopamine, nostalgia is a great way to give you that shot of cocaine. And, do that there, do that, all stuff like that. But what you saw me doing is you saw me building the pieces. Grace, I had posted something earlier. Can you post it back and say like LinkedIn, Facebook, and stuff? I don't remember where the note came from no more. way up there at the top. It says Facebook, LinkedIn, blah, blah, blah. Yep, that's it right there. So what y'all saw me doing was giving y'all these pieces. The reason why I let the ATS Business University go, so to speak, and we do it for free now, this is literally the AZ Business University thing that you used to pay for, what I'm doing right now. It's because I understood, and this is on camera. I actually said this on one of the Wednesday nights in 2021, that I'm about to risk everything. I'm about to risk everything, and if I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. I did say this, but people hear what they want to hear, and they blame who they want to blame. So I did this, and I built all these pieces. But the truth is, I only care about one thing, and that is vibing, which is now Arlenbrook. So what does vibing look like? Arlenbrook look like? Arlenbrook is this social media, but I'm not building a social media because I know Web 2.0 is going to go away, because we're currently buying and building for Web 3.0. 3.0 is the metaverse. 2.0 is what you know of today. 1.0 is 1999, 2000 internet. You've got mail. That's 1.0. Facebook is 2.0, social media. And then 3.0 is we haven't got there yet. Go ahead, Phil.
Do you want the G to be silent? Is it Arlenbrook or is it Arlenbrook? You should set that now.
Okay. Arlenbrook. I want the G to be said. There you go.
Okay. Just checking.
Arlenbrook, yeah. Arlenbrook. I just say Arlenbrook. 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 Good question. We should take a vote. Deanna. Arlenbrook. Arlenbrook. Because I think everybody gonna say Arlenbrook anyway.
Arlenbrook. But it's gonna come out Arlenbrook. Like when they say, us Southerners, we drop some letters every now and then. So it's gonna come out Arlenbrook. But I like Arlenbrook.
I was like, right now it still sounds like Phil's observation is true. And that G is gonna be solid.
Well, why I'm sensitive to this, we have a suburb in Columbus, Ohio called Upper Arlington, where Jack Nicklaus came out of. And it's next to Ohio State University, and it's a very upscale suburb in Columbus, Ohio. So we're used to say Upper Arlington instead of Upper Arlington. So we're used to hearing the G. Our ears are sensitive to hear that. But I'm just saying, however you want to do it, it's your gig. You decide whether you want it the G or not. But I thought I'd at least point it out.
I guess we're gonna figure it out, huh? Arlenbrook. They're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Everybody's gonna come into Arlenbrook. I'm gonna say that for right now. I'm gonna change sometime 5 minutes from now. And it's just one thing. And it's gonna have, you should write this down, TV in it. And then it's gonna have, the TV is gonna have two elements, Grace. Definitely write this down. You can write this down for me. I may say something new. It's gonna have like Pluto TV and Netflix mixed together. Y'all familiar with Pluto TV?
I love Pluto TV.
Pluto.com.
I love Pluto TV. Oh my goodness. Yes.
You go Pluto TV right now, and you know what? Let's show them, Grace. Let's show you. Look, it's out your way. You can go there right now. Pluto TV. Pluto.tv. Like right now.
Yes,
I watch without a membership.
Man, I watch old game shows. Man, anything you want to watch, yeah.
Man, right here. Search Matlock. Now you can either go to Matlock on demand, or you can go to Matlock.
That's it. Matlock got his own channel.
Or the channel. Whole channel. He got a channel, or he got a live version. It don't matter. You can go to any one. We'll just go to the
Come on,
live
boy, we gotta go.
And right here, we in it now. We in it now, Grace. It's Matlock time.
Okay.
Ain't got to pay for
Yeah, I
nothing.
was watching MacGyver the other day, and it was the good one, the one with Richard Dean Anderson, and I was like, yeah, boy, because they got a newer one that's whack, but the original one was
Yep, I was watching the original Hawaii 5-0 yesterday. Yeah.
nice. Book them, Dano.
So just so you know, when you get to Arlingbrook, you're going to go to TV, you're going to have the Netflix side, get your movies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get it, get you. And then you're going to have that live side. I'm already, if you go to ATS TV right now, log in, you can see it all. You can see it happening right now. You can see it happening right now. So you're going to be able to watch MacGyver. And how are we going to get paid, Grace? Get paid for ads. Instead of making you buy ads, instead of making you pay for ads to reach your organic traffic, I'm going to get that to you for free. But now, all this traffic getting in, I still want to run ads. It's just going to be inside the TV. So ATS TV is going to be split between Pluto and Netflix, which is it. Well, that's more accurately Pluto and Disney Plus, to be honest with you, because it's going to be a bunch of ATS originals. Pluto and Disney Plus is more accurate, to be quite honest with you. Pluto and Disney Plus. Not interested. Well, anyway, we'll go. There's a reason why, but go ahead, Phil.
And where can they learn how to do this kind of process? Where is there a class?
Set it up, Mr. Phil.
Well, if you all would text 409-457-6304, Grace Yvonne Williams Sandals will take care of you and link you up with Antonio T. Smith Jr. Because right now we got 4 students learning it right now, or maybe 5. I think Jamal just got in it. The video game side of it, so you can learn it right here in what is called ATS. You sure can. Thank you, Phil. You're a gentleman in the scholar.
Well, and also
He's
this
also
book we're working on.
Right.
And sorry I'm streaming. Yeah.
On Monday nights.
On Monday nights, you sure can. Sure can. Yeah, I can't believe I missed that, Grace. You're right. Sorry I'm streaming. Which is a big deal. Great, but I literally wrote all this down years ago. Yeah, Deanna, look at the date you published Sorry I'm Streaming for me. I did. I wrote it down. And everything I'm doing. Vibing. Arlenbrook is going to have ATS TV, but it's going to be split into Pluto. And do this comprehensively for me, Grace, because I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna update my own notes. And Disney Plus. Then Vibe is going to have LinkedIn. All right, so what's LinkedIn going to be? LinkedIn is going to be the professional version, so the Adonias can get away from you young folk. You understand? Get away from you young folk. Y'all out here crazy. Adonia's trying to build her speaking career. You don't have time for you to be in her inbox sending unsolicited D pics. That is a real. I hope you don't think the internet is a safe place, Jerome. These unsolicited pics you getting, but you can't stop it. You can't stop that. You can't stop it. You change it to Polaroids. You get Polaroid pictures. No matter what, you can't stop it. Right? You can't stop it. They was doing porn with no words in the in the black and white days. Okay, moving picture days. You can't stop it. It just is what it is. Is what it is. March 19th, 2021. Good day. Good day. 2 days after St. Patrick's Day. Good. That's when I published it. I've been doing the same thing since then. Anyway, so LinkedIn. Grace, what do you like about LinkedIn and you barely use LinkedIn?
I can connect with people that I've gone to school with, because you can find them, they can find you. But then also there are people who look at your profile and want to connect with you based on something they've seen from your profile, or maybe a post that you've done, and want to get to know what it is that you do so that you all can network.
So it's going to have LinkedIn attributes. No real reason to change what LinkedIn already does. It's going to have that right there. All those elements. We'll talk about that at a later date and time. Then Instagram. What is Instagram? Extreme vanity and comedy instantly. Here's what it is. What does Instagram do? It makes Renee look like she just did a professional photo shoot. Quickly. Instantly. I know folk who post on Instagram never posted a natural picture ever. Everything gotta have a filter on it. Everything.
You know, Antonio, I thought I think at first I didn't want to get on TikTok because I was like, oh, be on video all the time. And then I just said, man, forget it. You know what I'm saying? Even when my edges look jacked up, it's all right. It is what it is. I'm gonna have to get on here anyway. So I get on when my hair is done and when it's not. But of course I feel better when it's done, but I still gonna get on regardless. So hey.
I understand. I tell you what.
My hair ain't always
TikTok
done.
TikTok is a time warp. You get there, it's over. It's over. All right, Grace, it's going to have TikTok, Messenger, and a WhatsApp combined. Don't worry about it. You'll see. Why? Because I want people in Nigeria using that one element of Arlenbrook. Why are you doing this, Antonio? Because Arlenbrook is the resource-based economy we're building. And how easy will it be to build, Grace, if everybody's already in it, online? And then you need to put video games. You put video games. Now, the video game is going to start off, Grace. When I told Otis here, the video game is going to start off with video games.
He must have had to leave.
It's going to start off with video games, but that's not the point of the video games. The video game is eventually going to have one game, Adonis. The Oasis. And any video game I build for right now is just going to be one of those worlds. Might even be called, in fact, it won't even be one of those worlds, right? It'll be called the classic version of Arlenbrook. Everything will go back to Arlenbrook. Now, Melissa, if you can come here, please, because I'll be trying to.
Yes,
This
sir.
has already been said in most. Thank you so much. We've been talking about this for some time, and Melissa, you're doing something with Arlenbrook. You're teaching Deanna a class. If you could help us, what you reaching around and reaching off?
We're doing the stocks class. One, we're doing business 101, setting up your company, and then setting up your company and banking accounts for stocks. And then we're doing actually how to set up your stocks. This is a master's class that you normally have to pay to be a CPA to take.
Okay, I'm gonna clap. Woo! Woo!
I told y'all a couple of months ago, maybe about 4 months ago, I did everything I was supposed to do. I did everything. I put everything in the right place, put money in the right place. I did my part. I absolutely did my part. Now I'm just waiting on white people to do their part. It's got nothing to do with me at this point. It has nothing to do with me at this point, right? I can't. It really has nothing to do with me too. I can't make the valuation come earlier. That's happening. I can't borrow against the valuation, Adonia, and create, the salaries and the payroll and all this stuff faster. Like every other company has permission to do. Facebook did it. Every company has permission to do it. I can't make that happen any faster. I did my part. So right now I kind of just eat all the stuff coming my way because it's all I can do. Some of it is fair. Some of it's not fair. It is what it is. This is what it is. You don't get to be the leader, Grace, and not have conversations. It is what it is. You're the quarterback. You lose the game, it's your fault. Quarterback, you win the game, it's the coach's fault. Yeah. Bill Belichick is a great coach. Yeah. Not Tom Brady is a great quarterback. It's the coach's fault if you win. So I've done my part. What I want to do is
one
go
little
ahead.
thing. Grace and Deanna and me are doing the class on Thursday. Deanna has the time. It's a 2-hour class. If anyone here wants to join and have questions, please do. These classes will be on ATS TV when they go live.
There you go. Sounds most outstanding to me. So let me tell you. I don't really know I know what to do. I know what I'm doing. I know as soon as I finish my book, which will happen in about 11 days, maybe 14 days. The same 10 hours a day that I'm putting into my book, I'm going to put into Arlingbrook. And you should get ready to see all these things and all these happenings and all this stuff. Because I'm absolutely starting the new year off with this stuff. Now, doesn't matter to me what you think or believe. I waited 41 years. I could wait another 41 days. It's all right. It's not that big of a deal. Question now becomes, what is my competitive advantage? The question. That's the question all of you should be asking. Grace, we're doing this class again tomorrow.
All right.
Same quest, but we got to do resources again because this is the big picture. I like to go big picture, small picture, big picture, small picture. I'm going to do the same thing again tomorrow. I'm going to say keynotes. You get it? And then the next time I'm going to go big picture again. And I'm going to go videos. I had one of my favorite college professors taught like that every other day. It was big, small, and it was very effective, and I never forgot it. So I adopted it. What is my competitive advantage? Here's my competitive advantage with Arlenbrook. That what we're going to do is I have it programmed in the system. 3 things. We don't sell your information, so there's privacy. That's automatically going to be a win. 2 is 100% organic reach in most cases. Right? 100%. If you're inactive, I'll probably write an algorithm, and if you're inactive, you're going to get organic reach to other inactive people. Because I still have to make the platform, do you really want to see someone only spamming? Buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. You know what I'm saying? I still have to make the platform engageable for you. So there'll be algorithms, but 100% organic reach in 90% of the cases. And then the most important thing is 40% of the revenue will be shared. This is where this makes sense. This is my competitive advantage. So both of those will be a competitive advantage alone. But there are a lot of creators that have millions of followers, hundreds of thousands of followers. And the same way Elon Musk did $8.99, I did the, I kid you not, I had already said, y'all already heard me say this before. $8.99, but the difference between me and Elon Musk is he keeping it $8.99. I am going to offer you, this is why, remember I keep telling y'all, Ricasa, I just paused Ricasa. I haven't got rid of it. I just paused it. Because the first thing I was all in Brook at first was Ricasa. I was putting all my eggs in the basket with Ricasa. So I tried it 2 years before that. But I paused it. It ended. I paused it. Why? Why did I pause it? Because I knew it was coming back out. It's an evaluation. Because I understand Ricasa now. I was going to build a network marketing for ATS Business University. I don't know if y'all remember that. Well, I built network marketing again. I did it again. So I'm building it for Arlingbrook, except for it's not network marketing now. It's not network marketing now. And I did it better. Instead of Jerome doing 5 levels and then, this giving you pennies. No, this is what I do. Aim $8.99. And the more you monetize your own audience, the max is $8.99. You can do less if you want to. The more you offer exclusive memberships on Arlenbrook, the more you get 40%. So now you have the audience of 2,000. Show your calculator, Grace. I've actually dropped all these nuggets already. And this is the people say, oh, you did like Elon Musk. No, I'm not. I've been said this last year. Elon Musk just gets it the way I get it. Grace, you got 2,000 people, and all of them are paying $8.99. But hold on, all of them. So what's first off? Let's get 40% of $8.99. 40% of $8.99. Let's do that first. So we're gonna say $3.06. Well actually I will round down. So $3.50 is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna round down. I'll always be rounded down just for processing fees and stuff. Raise 2,000 people at $3.50. Please know we're starting off this platform this way. Whoever this person is will make $7,000 a month. Stop the screen, Grace. I need you to know by January, February, this is coming out. So when I go contact Big Ja and say, bring your 2 million people over here and tell him what it is and how he can get 40% of whatever he brings over, he's going to do the math and say, if I get 200,000 people, I'm making $70,000 a month. Yes, you are, because I'm keeping the 60%. And you say, well, Antonio, that can't work. Ask OnlyFans. It works just fine for them. Deanna, Google how much money OnlyFans paid out in 2022. Just look. Just look at it. Now, if you don't know, you gotta watch this leaf blower next to me. If you don't know, OnlyFans, creators get paid fractions of a cent for all their views. There's no platform paying out 40%. And that is my competitive advantage. OnlyFans has paid more than $2 billion to creators. The top OnlyFans creators earn about $100,000 a month. Every day, 500,000 new users join OnlyFans. Send me that whole link, Deanna. You can stop your screen, but send me that whole link. Y'all not paying attention. Y'all out here talking. Oh, this fans is bad. They paid out $2 billion in 2022. 500,000 people a day, a month, or whatever you said, are joining OnlyFans. This is dumb. But you know why? Because they pay creators the more money of any platform. Now imagine doing that over on a social media. Imagine that. For telling jokes. What I'm getting ready to do, this is why I'm gonna say it again, Jerome. I did everything I was supposed to do. I did everything I was supposed to do. Put the money in the right place. I did everything I was supposed to do. Right now, what I got going on is a time delay. I said this 4 months ago, 6 months ago. I got a time delay going on, but I did what I was supposed to do. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I need y'all to get. I promise you. I see this already happening because I know people. It's like my gift is knowing human behavior. I'm really good at it, and the military and psychological operations made me worse. Like they just made me even more dangerous with it. I'm really good at knowing human behavior. The first 2 industries that are going to come over to Arlenbrook and over here and blow us up are going to be YouTube creators and speakers. I kid you not. When you can make 40%, when you can make $7,000 a month on a social media for doing keynotes, which is just a YouTube video in your living room with a suit and tie and basketball shorts, why are you going on stage? What's the point of going on tour? No. I need you to think about that. I need you to think about that. This was gonna happen first. That's why I keep reaching out to my friend Serena because I keep trying to drop these hints. What's gonna happen first is you're gonna have people like Les Brown. You're gonna have the older people with this whole catalog. They got this extreme competitive advantage, and they're gonna start reigniting their classic keynotes and workshops on subscriptions, pay 40% over here. And you go, well, why would they do that? Why not keep 100%? Because right now they're all selling and they're all using affiliate marketing. So they're giving away 30% and keeping 70%. But what they suck at is lead generation and distribution. I can assure you, if you get 200,000 people joining an hour, that's why it's my goal. All this is strategic for me. If you get 200,000 people joining an hour and everybody knows it, you no longer have to worry about lead generation. You no longer have to worry about distribution. And you say, forget it. I'll give up an extra 30%. I'll just keep 40%. Because the work is gone. There's no more work. And who wouldn't get paid 40% off of stuff they did 30 years ago? And this is not conjecture. This is not future talk. I've already done this. I've already built half of Vibin, which is now on the book right now. I've already built it. It's going to come out in Apple first because I built most of it in Swift. It's going to come out in Apple first. I probably won't even wait till I finish the Android version. I'm probably going to release it on Apple first. I need you to receive that. If you look up what Melissa did it yesterday. Melissa, come back here, beautiful eyes.
Yes,
you don't
sir.
mind. Deanna, the name of the tech company is what? I did this real slick, Jerome. The legal name of the tech company as far as the IRS is concerned.
Gotcha. It's ATS. No, Antonio T. Smith Jr. LLC.
There you go. Melissa.
Yes, sir.
You looked up the Dun and Bradstreet stuff yesterday.
75.
Could you explain 75? And what does that mean, Melissa?
He has a credit score for his company of 75 out of 100. He's eligible to borrow against his company at this point.
All this stuff has been secretly been happening behind the scenes. I did my part, Jerome. You know what I'm saying? See them happening behind the scenes. So now what's happening is sometime January, February, you release that. And all I got to do is leverage my tips I already have. This is why strategically, Jerome, I want to go on tour so I can tell those same people on those same 5 blocks, come on over to this social media. Come on over. So I get up there and while people say to go, man, I want to make money. Oh, we'll make it easier for you. And instead of selling you ClickFunnels that's going to cost you $97 a month, I sell you a free social media. Yeah, I have had 3 years to build this thing. I promise you, I will show you. I promise you, and I've dropped all these hints out there before. Here's my notes. Here's my notes. I'm going to go into ultimate launch of ATS. I did this with y'all before. It says, we're not launched yet. This is not your plan. How can we make Instagram and TikTok? And how can we make the Instagram and TikTok a business? Yeah, it's called Arlingbrook. You're listening to it right now. How can you create 1,000 super fans a day? I put up this stuff here. I want to use the 4 major social medias like Instagram did. I said, how can I make this? I did all this stuff here. And then look, how can we be number one at making people who strive for digital recognition and validation as well as business recognition and validation? Me, as a CEO, I'm very comfortable with the fact that social media continues to blossom, separation of digital recognition, and blah, blah, blah. All this smart stuff says, how can I take Renee and make her rich, give her 40% of any subscriptions that she's doing? And how is she doing it? By selling her own exclusive content. And what you saw me doing was build the pieces. And every time I build a piece, I came here and I said, all right, y'all, we're going to talk about this today. And all I was doing was testing. All I was doing was testing to see, did they like it? Did they bite? Okay, they like this. Or somebody said this. Oh, Phil had a good idea. He said do this. And then when I did, I came and I say, you'll know when I'm testing, when I say, Grace, do me a favor, take really good notes because I want this sent to me. What I'm saying is, y'all done fooled around and said 3 or 4 things I didn't think of. And I'm going to need this to come back to me so I can put it in my little master plan. It's what I'm saying. Okay? This is what I'm saying. This has happened. Am I telling us we good? Nope. But I am telling us that we can. All I know is, here's the deal. Let me be very clear. All I know is that all that ATS stuff is dead. I killed it on purpose, except for Phil, Susan, and Grace, Deanna. That's it. I killed everything else. All right? I killed everything else except for that because I owe these people. Do you understand? Except for that. It ain't the first time I said it. Ain't going to be the last time I say it. But I am telling you 100% that you're looking at the blueprint. It's not up for discussion. You are looking at the blueprint, and I got Melissa doing her smart thing, and all that stuff is happening. And these are the resources I'm using to get it done. Go ahead, Phil.
So let me get this straight. What you're creating is it? What is it? Your fans only, where we get to keep our clothes on.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm creating the OnlyFans where you get to Grace. You ain't even got. You just keep it on because you got to remember, Adonia. Imagine me. What's the goal? To make the least salesperson possible. Top income earner. Remember, I've said that. This is because I have stuck to my mission. And my business model, or what I'm going to push to people is don't try to be a millionaire. Try to build an audience of 2,000 people. If I could convince everybody to build an audience of 2,000 people, imagine being one of the world's highest paid speakers and your audience is just 2,000 people. and I broke this down. This has been there. I'm not making this up. I have every step of the way I've showed y'all what I was doing. And that's why the tour, and that's why I'm so gung-ho about this book. Why? Because this also, and thank God for Deanna in this case, because my book is going to go over the maximum word count. It's already over. It's supposed to be 120,000 words. I'm probably going to end up at 200,000. And the truth is, you got to stick by your guns. I'm not worried. I know the story is good. I'm not worried because I want to be the only person. As a matter of fact, you might want to go ahead and adjust your pitch anyway. That owns his own social media. That's going to have 2 million people logging in daily. I'm going to be the only person pitching a book that, forget followers, they on my platform. We ain't got to worry about sales. You don't have to worry about sales when you have that much distribution. So can y'all see, Antoine, can you see how I've answered your question? I've told you these resources. I'm not done. I'm going to keep going, not today though, but I'm going to keep going. How to answer these details, showed you how these resources are happening. So when I tell you, build the one thing, you hear me, Grace? I'm doing a FUPAR, I'm using my hands on my face as I'm speaking. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. Don't do this. This is the humor consultants would never allow you to do this on a Tuesday. Okay, don't do this. I'm telling you that if you build the one thing, this is what I'm building. So by February 1st, you should expect Arlingbrook to launch. Why? Because I said, I told everybody we're going to do a quest for you. I told everybody I'm very 2023 focused. The rest of these are going to be 2023. And then 2 days later, I say, you know what? Let's just make it a whole quest. If you build the one thing that they said is impossible, the one thing. So don't, I was talking to somebody yesterday, he was like, oh yeah, I was building I was like, what are you doing? No, you're not building that. No, what are you doing? Building something you already built. No. You need to go clobber it. I need you to receive. I need you to feel this. I need you to get that. I am going to build Arlingbrook, its social media, its algorithms, and I'm by February 1st. And every day I show up, Jerome, I'm gonna look stupid. This is truly the secret to success. Every day I want to run into a problem that makes me look stupid. Every day somebody, this is what's going to happen. Deanna's going to get hit with something, some negative force, flat tire, and then that's going to trigger her. And then she's going to have in her mind, and then she's going to think I'm taking too long. And I'm going to have to eat that too. Because you don't get close to your goal, Adonia, and shit don't happen. We can just keep it real. We can keep it real. This one. All right, so we got to figure out. What I want to do is, my last thing, I don't know, we got to say, I need that many folks for the podcast, but I feel you, Tyron. we got two options. You know, there's option number one is follow every step and do this. Option number two is be like Tyrell and get behind the scenes and try to leverage that somehow. We don't know how, but we'll figure it out. Those are really your options here. There are no other real options. I drew inspiration from OnlyFans and everything, and it's not hard. This is what I was tired of trying to get monthly subscriptions, and I was tired of the thing that got me tired the most is the thing that made me shift. Remember, I said at the beginning of this year, Jerome, we're going 90% all automation. I did say that. I told y'all like last Sunday in December. Last week in December, I'm not doing it. We're 90% all automated. I don't care how long it takes this year. I'm going to do it, and I have. And this year has been very, very difficult because shifting the thing to automation, because I got tired, like internally, I got tired of being blamed for people not executing what I said, whether it be who I taught or like sales team or marketing team. And I was like, so what are you going to do? You going to complain or you going to build around that? So I decided to build around it. I didn't complain, I just build around it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you have to be in tune with yourself and know that at some point I don't want this in my reality no more. So the best thing I could do is build a social media that has these elements. And ATS Business University is going to be in there for free. But not just that. ATS Kids is sitting right in Arlenbrook, and it ain't free. Or maybe it is free. I haven't decided. And I kid you not, I have already built ATS Kids. I leave it up to y'all. I'm really done. I could take an extra 15 minutes and show you how to speed your process up, show you what I'm doing, or I could do it tomorrow. It's up to you. Let's see. Jerome will let you decide.
I'm greedy.
I
want it all.
Grace, say something smart, Grace.
All right. Well, Uncle Jerome said he's greedy. He want it all. So we go get it. We go get it done today and tomorrow. Because he gonna say it tomorrow too. So, like I said, he did say all of these things, and just like any teacher, nobody really listens. Some people do, but nobody really listens until it gets done, and they say, "Oh, he did say that." Yeah. So, me included. And he says, "Hey, nobody really listens to teachers." That's true. So that's why things get
nobody
done.
listens to teachers.
Right.
Hitler was a teacher.
Antonio?
Hitler was a teacher.
He was.
Yes, sir.
Based on what you're saying, okay, and you can email me or text me like that. In reference to my podcast, right? My brain was telling me that I wanted to do a video podcast, not just a voice podcast. Right. And now, because of what you're saying for Arlenbrook, I definitely want to do a video podcast because I want people to come to Arlenbrook to get to see me visually, and yet I could be on Red Circle and all that, and just be verbal. So that's two different streams of income, not just. So am I leaning in the right direction here, sir?
You absolutely are. I'll show you how you're leaning in the right direction.
Okay.
So here was the ultimate lunch of ATS. And if you scroll down, I always tell every time I got here, I was like, I'm not gonna tell you the rest. This is phase 2. I never revealed phase 2. These are non-negotiable, right? This is me telling myself, I want to change the LMS, anything learning to look like Netflix. Done that. I absolutely want to chat. That's in there. on the social media, right? This is in here, and I want to build our own cloud. So this is the only thing I haven't done yet, but not just that. Here's templates of cybersecurity. Now to answer Jerome's question, when I go to our social media in my notes, this section right here, podcast, is all audio. This is all video. So not only can Jerome do video podcasts, but this is going to be more so long form video. So I got short form video and I got long form video. This is going to be mostly right here, audio. So Jerome could do limited audio series and limited podcast, video series. Doesn't matter. But when you're asking, so what should I do, Antonio? Well, I told y'all, I snuck in on y'all. All of y'all have been here. I don't know if y'all know about the Blue Verification Badge, but it's a big deal. And all of y'all who've been here originally are already verified. You don't even have to apply. I said this before. So Jerome's going to be verified. And it's going to be arlenbrook.com/Jerome is how you're going to get to his page. Because he's first, he's first. / Phil. You have to be first if you're / Phil, because there's a whole bunch of Phils out there. And what's going to happen is you're going to use that verification, that firstness, and all you got to do is release your stuff, and you will rise automatically. It actually benefits you if I don't release it on Android. If I release this on one first, that slows down enough for you to concentrate and take all those. I can assure you the human consultants are going to do it, because I don't have to tell Phil to make phone calls in the middle of COVID. He's going to do it anyway. I can assure you when folk are coming on the stage, Phil's going to be like, hey, come in my inbox for a holler at you. I can assure you that. I don't have to tell him that. I know he's going to do it. And that's how you get people in your content. Why? Because the goal is to take the worst salespeople and make them very, 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 very easy to become top earners. So right here you have an Amazon box. I know you've never seen one before. I haven't even opened it. It came in the mail 6 months ago. And I told Grace, hey man, she listened to me now. She ain't listened to me with her grandmother with this. She listened to me now though. I said, Grace, I'm gonna offer you one more time. I'm gonna need you to teach math for me, because I ain't playing. Grace, remember I said that? Remember I said that to you? I said, I ain't playing, Grace. I ain't playing. Well, Grace fooled around and found out. So I said, no problem. That's what I did. No problem. I went to Amazon. I'll do it myself. And then I came back to Grace 2 months ago, Phil. I swear to God this happened. I said, Grace, tell you what, I need you to take a bunch of pictures. I'm not lying. I'm going to show y'all. I'm so finna show y'all. So Grace, I need you to take a bunch of pictures. Okay. I went down in the office. I said, Dan, I need you to take a bunch of pictures. Okay. That's exactly what I did. They both got on my nerves. I said, tell you what, I'm going to use y'all likeness to get what I want done. Do y'all remember the rest of this conversation? Tell her what I did to y'all, because I sure did, but I'm not playing.
Is this when you're gonna make us animation?
I damn sure am. I said, here, I made them take 30 pictures apiece like this, expressions and stuff, and I'm making them animations. I said, Grace, now I'm gonna use your animation, your likeness, with somebody else's voice, or it's gonna be your voice. Don't matter to me. Don't matter to me. And then, I kid you not, she ain't listened to me. So Grace has no idea what I'm about to show y'all. No idea what I'm about to show y'all. But it's all right here. I went and bought this book. Everything you need to know about pre-algebra.
Shut up. Shut up.
She don't want to teach. No worries. And then right here, it's no worries. I got every answer. So I don't need her to teach no more, Jerome, because I got the graphics, I got the stuff. Guess what? The computer is gonna teach. I don't have, all I gotta do is program it in there. And I don't have to think. I got all the answers. And if I gotta have a soccer ball head giving this away, I'ma have it. That's what. So I told you ATS Kids is gonna be on Arlenbrook. Here's this one, and then here's everything about geometry. I kid you not. And then say, well, I gotta do technology. Here's everything about computer science. And all of this is gonna be on Arlenbrook, computerized. It's gonna be a little section that if you want to go over there and learn, and I'm deciding, I'm like 70% sure I'm going to make this free. I keep wanting to say charge, and everything in me wants to charge. I promise you it does. But what a competitive advantage it would be to have a social media that can replace homeschool for homeschooling parents. And just and just do it free. And just do it free. So I kid you not. I am not joking. This is here. I have no reason
But Antonio,
to have these books.
But Antonio,
Yes,
why can't you, for every parent that signs up for the monthly subscription, they get the ATS for the kids free? Because
I sure could. You're right. I could do that like Twitter Blue. If you have a monthly subscription, you get access to this free. Jerome, you just may have solved said problem. Because I want it to be free, but I don't want it to charge. That's like freemium is what we're talking about. Because what do I want? I want 200,000 people joining an hour. Go ahead, Phil.
And also, we can start teaching these kids early on about the free enterprise system, how to participate, as opposed to not how to go to work for a company and be a slave for that and retire 40 years later with a gold watch and a pension. We can teach these kids Think and Grow Rich. We can teach these kids how to win friends and influence people. We can teach these kids all this stuff early. That's why I got into speaking, because I noticed I had living skills because I was fortunate enough to go to work at a very young age that helped me be successful, but they weren't even letting us know in school that we needed them. They were teaching us how to bisect the hypotenuse of the right triangle. Well, I own a restaurant. I don't need to know that, but I need to know how to communicate. I need to know how to watch my costs. I need to know how to market. I need to know how to be self-motivated. I need to know how to lead. We can start teaching these kids all this stuff early when they really are doing it. So, yeah, I don't know if you saw Shark Tank the other day, where the Shark Tank's good doing stuff in the schools.
Wow, no, I didn't know that at all.
And then there was a rapper I saw a show about how he was blowing it up.
Drag into your world.
Yeah. So I think I know you're talking about the rapper. Is he got like gold hair or something?
Yeah, he was on.
Okay, yep.
I think he was on 60 Minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Out of Atlanta.
So right. Yep, out of Atlanta. Can y'all see that I replaced all this human effort with the software? So now what we're going to need is support staff to support the software. That's it. Support staff to support the software. I told Deanna, put all the field Susan stuff in the cloud, and I was laughing when Susan said it yesterday. And she's like, can you just rain on it? Because that's actually the plan. Because all that stuff goes on Arlenbrook, and then this is how I hold on. Yeah. There we go. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's got you all back. So there is what we're talking about. And I can assure you this is happening right now. That this is happening right now as we speak. No bones about it. So when they give me the valuation and all this stuff kind of gets kicked in motion. But that's why I'm trying to be finished with the book by Christmas. Actually, I got December 22nd is when I want to be done with the book. Because I want to then, I have 3 series left, Jerome, but I want to spend to June just working 10 to 14 hours a day on one social media. And I know I can do it because I've already done it. Plus, the idea that I've gotten so good at thriller writing, which I've never done before, is because I look stupid every day. And every day, I overcome that stupidity. I told Deanna yesterday, no more third parties. Every time we use a third party, we get screwed over. No third parties. We learn on ourselves. And then we hire support staff smarter than us to run the vehicle. That's it. And then the people that started with us, we sit back, and we become the faces of it. Jeez, that's it. That is it. That simple. So I'm excited about Elon Musk doing Twitter the way he's doing it, because it has nothing to me being a fan of Elon Musk. I tend to be a fan of a-holes, though. There's no doubt about it. Like Kanye West, Elon Musk, must be something wrong with me, so I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure. Something psychological is there, Jerome. I'm not sure what this is, but something's there. I'm not sure what it is. Trump. I am a fan of Trump. So I'm not sure what this is. This is a-holeness going on. But for sure, the reason I'm a fan of what he's doing on Twitter, because it's a huge social media, privately owned. And that's what I've been doing this whole time. So when Melissa talking about go public, like, yeah, we go public, but not with the whole thing. Just this little element that I perceive to be $100 billion. You get it? It'd be $100 billion. And wait until the last thing I show you. Well, I already showed you. Wait until tonight, girl. Sorry. Wait until that blockchain and NFT knowledge get when I move Arlen Brook to the NFT, to the blockchain technology. I don't have the education for it yet. And that's years from now. Not too many years, so. But that'll be like an upgrade. You'll say, it'll be, your app will say, hey, it's a new update. And all of a sudden, it'll be on an NFT platform. And now it's on blockchain. And then now we're super into the metaverse. Why? Because Mexit News is just an element of the one thing. While it looks like different things, it's just gathering audiences to bring to the one thing, because they're all part of this. That's it. If you want to win, I would just continue to do the quest for you. I can assure you that I know me, and I refuse to fail. I will change 15 directions in 15 hours before I fail. That's a fact. I'll do that before I fail. You can guarantee this is going to come out. And I'm going to do it right in front of y'all, because the only thing I'm building is this. My last thing, and I told Melissa this yesterday, is I want you to be able to see this logo. Go ahead, Phil. Let me make a PNG out of this logo so y'all brains can handle this.
Well, the only way you can fail is if you quit. And that's one
right.
thing you ain't gonna do.
No, no, I'm a little bit too stubborn for that.
That's the only way any of us can fail, is when we quit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The other thing is just learning. We're here to learn. What'd you learn next?
Mm-hmm. It. Because quitting has nothing to do with me, for sure. I want y'all to see this logo. I was telling Melissa, well, the reason why I'm wanting it this way, because when you see Facebook or LinkedIn, you just know it. There's no guessing. You just know what it is. It's not up for discussion. You know what this thing is. I want you to see, where's that? This, where are you? Nope, not that one. Oh. This one, this one, this one. Bam. I want you to see this logo. Like just this circle, just this, and recognize it immediately. When you recognize LinkedIn, it's just an L. When you see Facebook, it's just an F. Or you see the Facebook right here. I need you to recognize, when you see these two O's, when you see just this here, just this one part, like when you just see this here, I need you on a tab, on the app icon, to know what it is. It can go anywhere at any time. That's why it's designed that way, for that purpose. When you see Zoom, it's just now it's ZOOM, right? Did you know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to see it just for what it is. That's it. If you all need help, please do whatever Deanna just said in the stocks classes. Tomorrow, maybe I'll make an offer for y'all. I have no idea. I don't know, but we'll see. If you're in the video game thingy like Otis, I just showed you where we going. And who knows? Maybe Otis video game will be on Arlen Brew.
I'm watching carefully.
That's it. All right, y'all. You can plant better. You can dominate. Thank you so much. Thank you for being greedy, Jerome. You made it work. You made it work. All right.
Tonight we got Tracy doing her 12 minutes.
Oh, and look how pretty Adonia is today.
Oh, Adonia's always sharp.
Yeah. She stayed that way. We still have yet to see her wear an outfit twice. It's been 5 years. And you losing weight, girl. What you doing over there? Come on, use your mic and say something.
Come on, Adonia.
Nope. I'm saying nothing to say.
We see you thinning out over there. Okay, then. Somebody rubbing her feet at night. All right, then. What I'm talking about.
Leave my big sister alone. Leave my big
I
sister
knew that's where he was gonna go. I knew it.
Thank you, D. I appreciate you. Thank you.
You know, I ain't got no sense. I used to have sense. But
You
then,
did? When did that happen?
Okay, because I was gonna ask when. Okay.
I was like 5 lifetimes ago. It was this lifetime.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it wasn't different. Love you, everybody.
Love you more.
Love you more.
All right, y'all.